We've all been in this spot before where you're on the road, you're playing somewhere like Alabama, and you can't see your play art. You can't see what receiver icons we have on the field. It's impossible to hot route. It's impossible to audible. This is terrible. I'm going to show you a really good play right here. Inside of 3 different playbooks, you can go over to the formation screen, and we can go into the play or the formation called Gun Trips Halfback Weak and find the play halfback angle screen, okay? This can be found inside of Western Kentucky like I'm in right now. This can be found in Alabama, and this can be one of the best screenplays in the game. Now, regardless if you can see your halfback icon or not, he's going to be Y or triangle every single time. And when we call this, what I want you to notice is how quickly this thing develops and how good of yardage this thing can get consistently. Now, this is not going to be good if you call it back-to-back, but it's great as the occasional sprinkle in for a really easy play to just get the chains going a little bit, right? There's not much here to it. And actually, right here, yeah, you see, notice the defensive end is going to be able to play that a lot better. So don't call it back-to-back, but as a one-time hitter, this is really, really good. And this video will break down a ton of different plays you need to be using a Dynasty. And the rule is that all these plays will have at most one adjustment that you'll have to make pre-snap, meaning that's going to be perfect for whenever you're on the road and you need some plays that you can go to. Let's go to what, in my opinion, is one of the best passing plays that we can actually call here. This is going to be Salem out of the gun tray open. You can see the play art right here, Salem, and all the playbooks that we can find this in are on the screen right here. Feel free to screenshot this. I love this play because we need to make absolutely 0 adjustments. Now, the crowd's going a little bit crazy right here, but my first thing I always check is my halfback out of the backfield, and then the zig route to the right side of the screen. Then I'll go to the second level. Let's call this play first, and we're going to go zig route immediately, and you've actually seen I've been able to hit him twice. He's going to be a great man beater. Always keep in mind, when you have a big team disadvantage like we do here as Ball State against Texas, you know, different things can be tougher at times to actually get open. But even right here, that in route does get open. We just get a little screamed out off the edge. Probably actually bad pocket presence by me. So let's go back to the play here. We're at the 48-yard line, 2nd and 10. Crowd's starting to get into it. Halfback not there. Oh, we're going to have in route, though, as we get a little bit of leverage underneath. And we're going to break a tackle. That is a massive thing right there, as we have a lot of videos on this channel talking about pass leading and click on catching. Right there's a great example of that. Pass lead it down. I click on catch. Now the crowd is silenced. I would actually move out of this play at this point, but for the sake of this, we're going to go back to it. Let's go. This time, let's actually take off with our QB. Always obviously have that advantage to, or have that ability. And here at the goal line, I usually wouldn't call this close. Usually around the 15-yard line is where I would stop calling it. But for the sake of the video, we get a little pressure. Oh, boom. And the zig route yet again, open against man coverage, cooking it. And just to show, this is on Heisman. And boys, we are incredibly close to 100,000 subscribers. It sounds fake to say, but we genuinely are. And if you've gotten any kind of value from this video or from our channel at all, consider doing me a massive favor and just seeing if you're subscribed. And if you're not, consider hitting the subscribe button. Seriously, it helps me out a ton. Just reach a goal of mine, and it tells YouTube that you actually enjoyed this video. You'll get pushed more of our videos, and they will push this video to more college football players just like yourself, which, again, just helps me a ton. So, again, only if we've given you value, consider doing me a favor and hitting the subscribe button. And now, let's get back to the video. This is just a great passing play that requires almost no adjustments at all. We're going to talk about how you have to set this up in a second. You can only find this, though, in 2 playbooks. It's going to be Charlotte and Maryland, and we're in the gun tight doubles going into the play called, where is it? Zig Under. Okay, this is really, really good. So let's call it. Let's go random defense. And all we got to do to set this play up is just take our tight end and put him on a streak. That's going to be pressing Y or triangle, selecting the tight end, and then going up on the left stick. Now he's on a streak, and this is what the route combo should look like. Feel free to screenshot right here, pause it, whatever you got to do. Now, what I like about this so much is that we have a stock zig on this play to the left side. You see me throw it right there. That's going to do a great job versus zone coverage, and it'll cook, it'll do a great job versus man coverage, and will beat zone coverage that is playing a little bit too over the top. You see back-to-back times, though, we're able to hit that zig against man-to-man, and, you know, right here, we actually get it again, but I'm just not going to throw it. Now, I should have thrown it. If you have some open, please throw the open ball, but the other things I like on this play are that we have this return route on the right side and then this stock post route going over the middle. This creates a really nice high-low concept going over the middle of the field. And you see right there, this guy who tackled me, he actually went high on that play, so we attacked underneath. Whereas had he went underneath, guess where we would have attacked? We would have attacked high. This can beat man coverage, as post route can, along with the return route. Right there, we get hit as we throw. as always, these types of plays, especially when you're going up against a team, we're Charlotte against Penn State. You're going to get pretty fast sheds happening against you. So there always is that, just to keep in mind. Let's go here. We get that post route, able to hit him. Notice how I'm kind of anticipating where he's going. These types of throws take time to get down, but they're incredibly good once you start to really get the hang of it. Right there, we're able to hit that post route again. Barely we get it off. And again, this is a little bit longer of a developing play, especially that post route. You can get someone fast right there. That's going to be really nice for you. I always check zig, then I check return route. The one route I don't really like on this is the halfback swing. I just don't find myself throwing him, and when I do, I don't really think he's very open, or I don't think he gets many yards. So if you could actually block him if you wanted to. Again, they go high, we go low. Very, very basic, and this is going to be one of the best route concepts you'll find in College Football 25, and literally this one just requires one singular hot route. Let's hit that post route. Let's hurdle. All right, we may have broken our player's hip, but you need to steal this play. So this is actually a concept that can be applied from pretty much every single playbook. I'm going to show you what the concept is and then my favorite way to actually use it. First, let's go into our play call screen and we're going to tab over to concepts here, okay? Then let's scroll down to option and we want to tab all the way over to RPO Read, wherever that is. In this case, it's the very first one, but RPO Read is the goal here. Now, these RPO reads, and you only want to call the plays that have the word read in them. So RPO read flat right here is good. RPO glance post here is not good. I want to always call ones that are out of a trips style formation. So here we have gun, trips, tight end, offset, weak, and we're going to call the RPO read bubble. Now, for what it's worth, I'm in the Oregon playbook, but this concept applies to a lot of different things. This play is multifaceted, okay? First, I just want to break down this R icon. He's representing the read option that comes in this play. This play, at first, is just a read option. If he crashes down, I'm going to hold Air X to pull the ball, okay? You pull the ball on read options by holding Air X. Let's do it again. I'm going to hand this ball off. Why? Because he stood up, right? He kind of shuffled a little bit. Then you want to hand that ball off. Right here, I'm pulling it, and we're able to get whatever yardage we can get, okay? Now, the next part of this play is that we have a bubble going on here. And for this, you're just going to hit the icon of the receiver. Now, you got to make the read. Right there, I just was throwing it for demonstrated purposes. But we're able to hit this guy, and we're able to get some pretty good yards. This is a great way to expose blitzes and do a lot of other things like that, exposing, off coverage, maybe misalignment, stuff like that. And I love this from trip sets, although you could do it from more than just that. You got to be careful, though. You can, at times, run into some, scary situations. So, of course, keep that in mind. But this is an easy way to be able to have a play in your back pocket that you can call, in my opinion, pretty consistently. And, we're able to hand this ball off. We're able to keep it. We're able to hit a bubble or whatever that RPO receiver might be on. And this is going to do a really good job for you. Right there, they actually play good defense. Let's go to it again. And we're going to hand this ball off. Let's see. If we get some better blocking, we have big potential on this inside zone. Let's go again. This time, we're able to hit this bubble. Let's go one-on-one. Able to get off the tackle and pick up a good amount of yardage. This will force the defense to have to respect you, and it's just going to give you easy yards to keep the chains moving. I always have RPO reads in as a major, major, major part of any offense I run, just because how easy they help make the game, especially on the road. Here we have a play that's going to do a really good job against a variety of things. As you see right there, we get blitzed, and we're still able to pick that up in really in our own end zone. We're in the gun bunch wide right here, and we're talking about the play branch return. Now, this play specifically can be found in a ton of playbooks like you see on the screen right here, and then there's also a lot of other formations or a lot of other plays that are very similar to this. But right here, it's kind of hard to tell the play art. I'll break this play art down when we're actually in the formation screen again. First thing I'm always checking, though, is this underneath drag route, okay? Whenever you have a drag on the field, you always want to look at them quickly. And right here, if you look at branch return, you're going to see we have a drag route quick. Then we're going to have a return route going behind that with an in route going over top. This play is, there we go. This play is incredible at attacking the middle of the field. Very, 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 very good. We go drag route again. We're able to hit him quickly for a gain of 3. A little scarier right there, but I just want to show off how good this drag route can be. Now, I'm going to purposely ignore the drag route from now on and only look for this return route or look for this in route. Let's go here. I have the return. We're going to throw the return. The return just does a good job making a nice little high-low read over the middle of the field. Kind of similar to what we did in Zig Under, just out of a different formation. Notice already, though, very early on in this video, 2 of our pass plays have had return routes on them. That means return routes are really good. I'm trying not to hit that drag over and over, but like he's just so good. Is the crowd quiet? No, crowd's still going. Okay, just want to check. We've hit the return route, we've hit the drag. Let's see if we can hit this in. There's a great example of us hitting the in, and just like that, on a play that we have absolutely no hot routes needed, we've hit 3 different receivers on. I really don't find myself throwing this corner route, and I don't love this halfback check and release, to be honest with you. We have a few different things here. I'm gonna go in, bang, and I'm gonna hurdle. Wow, nice. Well, I mean, this is like the pinnacle of just an example of a good play here. Duke against Georgia. We're calling against random defenses. We're getting numerous different receivers open, and we're on Heisman difficulty, meaning that this is going to get open for you. This is also great for online play. So the play Redzone Scissors is going to be one of the best friends that you have inside of a Dynasty. This is found inside of 8 different playbooks in the gun doubles flex, but Redzone Scissors, you can find this in almost every playbook out of some formation. Usually it's out of some sort of like doubles or like tight Y offset, okay? First thing I always do, check tight end. If tight end's there, we hit him, right? Whenever we have a flat, we throw the flat. Then, with this play, I'm going to go from tight end on that flat route, working inside to this halfback corner route. Either I'll throw the corner route in the seam, or like kind of like right here as we get a red throw, or I'll throw him later as he becomes a corner, okay? So we have 2 different areas we could throw this guy. Then, I'm going to work my eyes to the middle of the field as we have this in route. So a little 3 wide receiver combination. You kind of see what I'm saying with that halfback, though. There's another example of me throwing him in the seam. Let's go back to this play. Notice this is a type of play where you could call this quite a few times. It's going to be one of your best friends, like I said. Tight end. Oh, well, I should have the tight end late. So let's throw him. Notice I'm just playing a little game on the right side, right? Just picking and choosing. Let's see if I can go backside here and hit this in route. He's open sometimes. He's definitely not like my favorite thing in the world. And we actually get him here against off-man coverage, which is nice. Potential for really big yards after the catch. Let's go turbo. Let's go one more. Notice I can call this play all the way down to around the 7-yard line or so. So you have some room for this. Bang. Oh, they send pressure. In route again. Bang. Nice gain of 9. And then here, I'd probably check into some. Usually these formations have pretty good runs. You have a read option. You might have a screen of some sort. I would not call a screen unless you have the halfback angle screen, which isn't in this type of formation. Inside zone, read option. Something like that, gonna do really, really good for you. Or maybe at this point, you've quieted the crowd enough to where you can call another play of yours that requires maybe a little bit more hot routes. So a play you've definitely heard talked about some, but I wanted to just, at the very least, keep top of mind and also give you some more insight on how to run these effectively, is gonna be the jet touch pass. Now, you can find these in a bunch of playbooks. The way I would find them in yours is by going to play type, click on pass, and then we're gonna find the jet touch pass. Now, there is something you do want to keep in mind. You want the jet touch pass where the halfback is lead blocking, not the jet pass fake zone. And let me kind of show you why. This right here is a jet pass fake zone. And really, we don't really fool anybody with this. And essentially all we do is get our halfback to no longer block for us, okay? So notice the halfback's going to take kind of the fake handoff, right? You kind of see that happening. He doesn't really fool the linebackers. If you're playing somebody online, right, he's not going to fool them really either. And essentially, you're just losing a blocker. Whereas instead, you call this one, the halfback's going to lead block for you, right? So it's going to help you. He's going to be an extra, like, you can see the difference, right? He's going to get out there. He's going to help pick up that extra guy, whether it's someone coming free off the edge, whether it's, a little bit later into the play, whatever it is. Avoid the ones where it's a fake of some sort, and instead opt to go for the ones that have the halfback lead blocking. Now, from that being said, formation you call it from, it really doesn't matter a ton, to be super honest with you. Usually, I would like the idea of having it from a tight set like this, like gun tight Y off, which we're in Arizona's playbook, or there's like spread sets you can do this from too. Ideally, you're playing against a defense that's a little bit more compressed at the line of scrimmage. I think having these as an audible is also really nice because you can kind of see what's happening in the line of scrimmage than audibly, but not always super realistic inside a Dynasty. With that being said, you can see just from this how effective these are. And when you can't make hot routes, having a play like this, very, very nice. Now, here's a play I'm a big fan of, actually from TCU's playbook. And we're in the 5 wide. And literally, we're in a formation called 5 wide receiver. The play call is going to be double pivot. You can see the playbooks that we can call this from right here on the screen right now. Double pivot's really cool because we're going to have 2 stock zig routes on both sides. So these stock zigs are going to do a good job beating both man coverage and zone coverage underneath, along with, it's hard to tell right now, but we have a comeback route on the right side and an in route going over the middle. So we go here. First thing I'm always checking is my comebacks on both sidelines, okay? Notice we've called this play twice. I've hit the same zig twice, rather. So I'm always checking both zigs on the sidelines immediately. From there, I'm working my eyes up a little bit. Right here again, zig route, we're able to hit him. This is usually going to be a really safe throw against man coverage as long as you get a good pass lead. Right there, they actually did a good job playing it. Still a safe throw. Now, if those zigs aren't open, I am going to work my eyes to the next level. It could be like a comeback like we do right here. Because think about it. If the zig's covered underneath, that means that next level is going to be open typically. We have to make the read still. But just like that, this play is totally stock. And you see me hit 3 different wide receivers. Let's see if we can actually hit this in route. Ah, shoot. I had the zigs. I'm trying to hit this in route. Sometimes these routes are just like going solo over the middle of the field against the CPU. Just don't do a great job of getting open. The CPU will usually like do a good job defending these. But right here, there's an example. Stock play, we've called it 6-7 times. We're going up against a Heisman defense against Michigan, which is a good defense. We've hit 4 receivers. That is a beautiful sign that this is a good play. We go again, and you see the yards after the catch potential we have here as well. Now, this formation, we have a couple other things here. I want to say there is a QB draw. I actually don't know how good this is, but I'll just throw this into this segment as well because we'll see. You could get some yardage with that. I love double pivot, though. I really think this getting good at passing from this play double pivot also will just make you a better passer in general, in my opinion, right? It just makes you, it really builds up your skill levels, I think. Now, this can be found inside the Georgia, Syracuse, UNLV, and Wisconsin playbooks, and we're inside of the gun cluster halfback strong, calling the play post dig. Now, if you wanted to, you can make no adjustments on this play, but what I would like you to do, if you can, is press Y or triangle. Select this wide receiver on the left side of your screen, and then put him on a zig route. It's going to be left on the D-pad, so the play looks like this. Feel free to screenshot. Now, this play, first thing we're going to look for is both of our zigs. If it's off man coverage, or if it's man coverage in general, or just like over top zone, we can hit our zigs underneath consistently. Notice on the right side, we have De Jesus also on a zig. Notice where he is getting. His zig route, he was about to stiff arm the hell out of that defender. That zig route gets into the seam super well, which means it's going to do a really good job against zone, okay? This is a little concept happening on the right side where we have a zig and then essentially a flat route from the tight end, which is going to open up the zig in the seam against zone. Against man, the zig route's going to beat man really, really well. Notice how, like, it's getting open. It's getting very open. So we have both zigs, right? Boom. I'm not gonna throw the zig anymore. Okay, you guys get the idea of the zig. We also have the tight end on a wheel route. I actually don't really find myself throwing this very often. I wish he was on a flat, but he's not. So instead, from the zigs, I'll then work my eyes into the middle to defend or to try to hit this in route. Usually, I find that if both zigs are covered, that will mean that the in route is going to be open. And also, you can kind of find the holes in the zone defense by hitting this in route in the middle too. So again, both zigs will say they're covered. Then I'm working the in route. Right there, though, like, the zigs were open, so we should have just hit the zig. But you get the idea, okay? You're a smart fella. Right there. Oh, I suck. I'm so bad. Have better, come on. Come on, Kenny. Have better run stick, dude. Let's go here. In route. Bang. Again, one of the big telltale signs of a good play is if against random defenses, you can consistently get people open, especially if you're able to get different receivers open, like we are here, able to hit 3 different guys. You will eventually, on the occasion, get this wheel. It's just not something it's just tough to find when he's going to be open. Like, he's never open against zone unless they just blow their coverage, and man coverage just unlikely. Now, out of the Maryland playbook, you can find this play, which I think is just one of the best passing plays when it comes to making absolutely no adjustments. I said Maryland playbook. It's also found in a lot of other playbooks you see on the screen here. Feel free to screenshot this, whatever. We're in the gun trips right now, and we're looking for this play. It's a beautiful play called Middle Slant, okay? Middle Slant. Let's go. Random defense. And right here, we have a nice little high-low action going out on the left side because we have a C route. This little bad boy is going to do a good job attacking that intermediate left sideline and beating man. And we also have a drag attacking underneath of him. Now, our first read's always going to be the drag. So if the drag's open quick, guess what? He's open quick. If you would not have thrown that, please get to a spot where you're willing to throw that. right here. Boom, drag, not open. Okay. Well, guess what? I had the post. I also had the halfback on the right side. I just kind of staring down the drag. So let's keep on going back to this and let's work through everything here because actually, I talked before how I didn't like a swing route on one of our plays. Well, this swing route from the halfback does a really good job. So my eyes immediately go drag. Is he open? Yes, he's getting open. Okay, we're going to hit him. Then I'm going to try to almost work my eyes back to the right side. Okay. So with that being said, we go drag, then we go underneath to the little swing. Notice how he kind of cuts up. Really, really good. This post route over the middle is great as well against both zone and man. So let's see if we can get him. He's going to cross the face. Bang. I know it's almost hard for me to explain where the reads are on this play. I feel like there's a lot of different stuff that's pretty good. Although right there, we do get bagged. Shaded down man coverage did bag us right there. Let's go back to it. Drag. I'm being so serious. If you would not have thrown that, and be honest with yourself, you got to get to a point where you will, because that's what's going to make a lot of these plays really, really good. Right here, trying to hit that C route. He can be tough to hit sometimes, especially if you don't have a great receiver right there. So do keep that in mind. This time, though, we're able to hit him above the cover 2 hard flat. So there's that. He could beat man. Go here. I'll actually get this guy against man coverage, just a little misaligned, able to get maybe a yard or so. I don't love this curl route on the right side. I don't find myself hitting him too often. He is like something that's, possible, but not really something I throw too much. Right here, able to hit this post against man coverage. Again, the better your players are, the better these routes are going to be against man. Look at that. Again, drag. In the CPU, they struggle at defending that stuff. They really do. Super easy play. This is found in a bunch of playbooks, so you can a good chance you can add this to your arsenal, and there's just a lot of different options we can hit, right? Let's go again. Let's get this post route over the middle. Bang. Easy yardage. So we're in Georgia's playbook here, and actually you can see the play middle slant in this as well. Slightly different, but also same idea. But I actually don't want that. Instead, we're going to go over to the gun wing trips, and we're going to call this play, I'm running out of time here, RPO Read Y Flat. Again, out of the gun wing trips. This is a very cool play, but we got to snap. We're going to eat this delay of game. This play can be found in the playbooks shown on the screen right here. And what we're going to be able to do here is, the reason I have this as its own play is that this is probably the best RPO read flat play in the game, or RPO read play in the game. Very, very good. Instead of being like a bubble or a screen of some sort, or like a wide receiver screen, we're going to have our tight end leaking out to the flat, and he's going to do a really good job like that, where it almost looks a little glitchy, but he's going to dominate blitzes. He's going to dominate coverages. And on this play, this is what so many people forget. This is a read option. So I actually read it wrong. Oh my gosh, but we make something happen. So we're able to run the basic read option off of this. I think whenever people see this play, they always forget that there's a read option. And you don't want to do that. But here, well, I keep on reading the read option wrong. Jeez. We're able to hit the flat, we're able to hand this ball off, or we're able to keep it. In this case, with Carson Beck, obviously, you'd like a faster QB, but you don't have to. One big thing to keep in mind with this is that you do need to see if they block that slot corner or not, okay? Because when he is the P icon, which he's not right now, but if he was, they will not always block him. So just keep that in mind. Right here, though, they do. And we're able to get a really big gain. Again, imagine yourself not being able to make hot routes. Imagine yourself struggling on offense to make reads or struggling calling good plays. This is one of those plays that can get you out of a funk really, really fast, get you really easy yardage. Right here, you see we're able to keep the Carson Beck. We're going to hurdle somebody because why not? And then we're going to pick up the fumble because absolutely just you bet, right? Easy play, though. And this play is great online as well. You don't even need to be in Dynasty for this to be like a play that makes sense. Right, inside zone, able to get good yardage. Almost thought we were going to get out of there. And this also is great for the red zone, even for the goal line, because of how just quick and fast this thing develops and how horizontal it is. You got to add this play. Now, if you got value from this video, consider checking out my website at civil.gg, where we have schemes that go over offenses and defenses that are perfect for any game mode and any skill level. You'll be joining over 1,000 active members who are active on the site right now using our stuff, and you can get 30% off using code CIVIL30 and clicking the link in the top of our description. Again, you go over there, I think it's 96% of our members say that they've won more games since joining. Very good results, and we are proven to have, we got good stuff over there.